What's up guys on YouTube, Neo GameSpark here, and today, well yesterday, I just finished watching Naruto Shippuden Kakashi Chronicles, Kakashi Gaiden, whatever you want to call it, the animated version. This aired, technically it aired Wednesday in Japan, but you know the whole time difference thing, so it was up for official subs by Crunchyroll on Thursday, really fast actually, in 12 hours or so. Almost 24 or something. So basically I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna give my review on it, if it was good or not. So, you know, here's what I thought of it. You know, basically when I was looking around on the internet, I wanted to watch it. I'm like, oh, because, you know, I don't want to watch fan subs, so I wanted to go to Viz for the official one. They didn't have it, they gotta wait till August 6th. So I'm like, oh, let me go to Crunchyroll. So I went to Crunchyroll, and they had it up there, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I started watching it, and basically, so I'm going to do it in 3 parts. I'm going to do it in voices, and then I'm going to do it in actual story, and then if I liked it or not, you know. So okay, so for the voices you have Kakashi, Obito, Rin, and the 4th Hokage, Minato Namikaze, whatever you want to call him. So Kakashi's voice, in my opinion, he was 13 years old. You know, when you're first listening to, oh, you got to hear the voices. So Kakashi, I'm like, it sounds more or less the same as his older counterpart. They're done by the same person. But in the beginning it sounds all deep, but as you go along watching the show, it does become slightly higher, you know, high-pitched, you know, which I was happy with. It could have been like higher, but you know, Kakashi, even back then, he was a determined kid. Obito, okay, Obito. Well, he's the one who first opens up the episode. He's trying to beat a record or whatever, and he trips over something. Obito's voice, in the beginning I was like, but you know, as the episode went along, I learned to like it, and it was a really good choice for the character. I was pretty sad at what happened to the end, but I'll get to that later. Rin's voice. Well, Rin's voice, I don't really care because she was only given like 5 minutes screen time. We don't really even see her in the show, in the special that much. She like talks 3 times and that's it. So, and not much about Rin, except she like gets captured, she does the Sharingan transplant, and that's basically it. The 4th Hokage. The 4th Hokage's voice was perfect. It was spot on. At first I'm like, oh my god, that's a really good voice. I mean, he could have been more funnier and more carefree a bit, but you know, it was still a really good choice. And any of you guys who know him, he also does Kimimaro in Naruto, so it's pretty cool. And I looked on his profile to see like what other voices he does, and I'm like, oh, let me see this guy. He does a lot of voices, this guy. Wow, I never knew he was that guy and that guy. So, you know, pretty cool, the 4th Hokage. Overall, the voices were pretty good. The next part, the story is basically what was followed in the manga, and it's not meant to drag on to be like a 2-hour movie. It's meant to be just like, you know, 40 minutes worth, and you know, basically it's about Kakashi's life when he becomes a Jonin, all the way up to when he gets his Sharingan transplant from Obito. So you know, that was cool. The one thing I didn't like about the thing was how it went a bit too fast, sort of, in the 40 minutes things, like they were rushing it a bit. I mean, some of you guys, you know, when you watch it, you'll see they rushed it a bit. And the ending, in my opinion, was rushed, like the whole funeral thing when they show Obito's glasses and stuff. They could have made that like a bit longer instead of like 10 seconds. It would have had, you know, a more sad feeling to it. That's just what I think could have done. But overall, the story was pretty good. Animation was awesome. Subtitles were really nice, done by Crunchyroll. How official can you get with them? And another thing that did tick me off was the whole Crunchyroll symbol appeared every 10 seconds, which kind of pissed me off. Overall, I think that's all I wanted to say about it. That's what I liked and disliked. But overall, the episode was, you know, pulled off really well, and it was really cool. But there was this one part that I didn't like, that could have been more funnier. Like this guy, he finds Kakashi, he's like, are you the White Fang? Kakashi, he said, this is my father's keepsake. He should have said, no, I'm my father's son. That sounded like so badass, you know? And then he got the guy with the thing. That'd be funny. Anything else I didn't like? Well, this part at the end, it was just like, you know how Kakashi gets his Sharingan, he's all badass, he's like about to kill these guys, and I'm like, oh my god, here we go, Kakashi's gonna do something crazy, and then like, boom, he's like, what happened to me? And the 4th Hokage saved him. And I'm like, oh man, he just learned to like fully control his Chidori, and now this? It sucks. But another funny thing was when they first split up, Kakashi, he didn't have the Sharingan, he was trying to do Shidori, he's like, he hit the Shadow Clone, he's going all around, they cut to something else, and he comes in, that's number 18! And I'm like, damn, he's been going at this for 18 parts? And I'm like, wow, Kakashi. So, you know, there was some funny stuff. And what I really liked, it explains the full story about Kakashi's father better than they did in the manga, and it was kind of sad, and you could see where Kakashi, you know, came from, like all that stuff. The music they used from the show, which I really liked, because it was perfect. They used the sad music, it was perfect. So overall, it was a pretty good thing, and then it explained all about how Kakashi is what he is today, why he says those who abandon their comrades are scum, why he sticks to the rules all the time, and you know, it was a really good thing. It was a really nice thing that they would do that. And now, this part, it's funny, but now Kakashi Gaiden's being challenged, like the theory, actual story's being challenged, like Obito isn't dead. Now that's what I really find, you know, funny. I'm like, oh my god, because it could actually be challenged. Like, what do you think Masashi Kishimoto might do? He might make a twist in it, and that'll be really cool to see, like, Obito's not dead. I mean, I had my suspicions about it a couple months ago, but, you know, nothing's official yet. And then all these people are starting rumors about this guy's this guy and this guy's this guy. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Kakashi Chronicles. It's going to air on Viz's Naruto site August 6th, which is a bit far off. I think it's Friday. Yeah, it's next Friday. So I watched mine on Crunchyroll because my friend has a subscription, so I got to see it from his subscription. You other guys are probably just gonna watch the fan subs, and I don't know what to do. I mean, I've said before that don't watch fan subs, but you know, some people just can't wait and they're impatient, you know. So anyway, these are my thoughts on Kakashi Chronicles. You guys post your own video responses on what you thought about it, and I'll catch you guys later.